Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Stachini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
First one of the new year.
Yeah.
It's it.
Synergy.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Passion.
Passion.
We're bringing a lot of passion to this new year.
No guests for this new year.
Yeah, no guests.
So replace it with passion.
We just, booked a few passions in for the next few weeks. No guests, just passion.
Yeah.
No passion on the sofa.
The three amigos. But it's fine. You know, we're all there.
Well, speaking of guests, you'll be happy to know that we are now booked up until April it is for guests now,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
every single week we have got guests lined up. Bigger, better, stronger than previous ones. The previous ones are down here. New year, we're up here.
Yeah.
Apologies to those who've done it in the past,
Yeah.
but you're not going to be anywhere near as good as these next ones we've got lined up.
But we're just telling the truth. It's just some amazing guests. I was looking at the line.
Better than last year's.
Let's hope they don't cancel. That's it.
And then come April, it's three new hosts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Christmas period, so obviously it's been difficult to kind of like pin people down and stuff like that. But you know, people have said they wanted to hear more from the three of us, so you're getting a double whammy, if anything. You know, you're getting an episode and you're getting a bit of us. But
Whammy.
what?
It's just an Anchorman reference.
I know what you're on about.
Whammy.
Whammy.
Nice starts in the year as well, I think, introducing the year, what big plans we've got and stuff like that, and plans
do.
for ourselves. So
Huge plans, Ben.
Yeah.
Not just big plans, huge.
Yeah, because this obviously comes out on the 2nd of Jan.
We're recording this New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Can you not feel the
shows how many invites we have
energy?
to places.
Yeah. It's actually 5 to midnight right now.
We did a countdown together.
But yeah, this comes out on the 2nd, and by the end of January, that first week of January, we'll have the Patreon set up for the podcast, and you'll be able to support us through there. And obviously all the money that goes into that, we're going to put back out with production, signs, shows. We've got a live show in March we're going to have more details on, but the Patreon will be live. So,
and it'll be all supporting that, won't it? Like I said,
yeah.
going into the live shows, going into extra content, because we want to come back bigger and better this year, don't we?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%. We've got we've had meetings with people, and they're telling us what we think we should do, and we've got ideas ourselves.
Yeah.
And with your money and our determination, we can create something that is is going to absolutely smash it.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that, definitely. No, I'm looking forward to it. Massive plans for the new year. So
Yeah.
especially the live show. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live show. So get yourself, just book out all of March. So just like every day in calendar, because we don't know what day it is in March yet, just put all made up potentially, and then cross it out once we tell you.
Yeah.
But just say like you aren't free in March, essentially.
But my birthday's in March, so
Yeah.
We've even got the guests sorted for March. We're not going to tell you who it is, but they were great, and we're buzzing to have them for the live show.
Yeah. It's a big pull.
It's a big pull.
Yeah.
And we're excited to do more live shows over the next 12 months. As I say, the more support you put in, the more we're going to put out. And the Patreon is going to have lots of content on it, which is like variations.
It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be the best Patreon you've ever seen.
I won't go as far as that, but it's going to be good.
one day it will be the best you've ever seen. It'll grow to that.
Yeah.
But the main thing is you're enjoying it, and we appreciate your support.
We're just having that
and
connection.
If you want to, when the patrons, as I say, set up, you want to throw that little bit of money in just to feed us, because
Yeah.
the more you feed us, the bigger we grow.
Goes towards your transplant.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they're going to do some sick joke then. Harry need a transplant. Like, it's all going towards him, keeping him alive for next year.
Each week
But
I'm
I've
just
got the all clear.
Yeah, it's getting paler and paler.
Jerry, I know that, and you know that.
Yeah.
But they
We've got talent trick.
You've got salad trick. Right, what I'm excited for is Ben. If you've seen the Christmas episode, Ben bought me some teas from Brody's.
Yeah.
So this is Brody's English tea, breakfast tea, Scottish breakfast
Careful,
tea.
you'll offend someone.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the toothless smackheads that Harry.
Yeah.
Wait, that's my in-laws.
That's
Leith is historically.
It's not nice, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's like
but you didn't have to come out with such a horrible term.
I know people that have lived in Leith, and they're like,
Yeah, but I know people from Manchester that look like that. Don't be like, insult the old place.
yeah. Well, Edinburgh's a lovely place, That's neither here nor there. Let's crack on with you.
Your diary's going to be free in March at this rate, but that sort of attitude is going to be pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm going on tour in Leith.
But yeah, he got me this very premium tea, I'd say.
Is that all right?
How much did it cost?
I think they were.
Don't tell me, I'm only joking.
Okay, right. I'll look back if you want. Got a receipt just in case.
So this is going to be my first sip.
I'm excited.
Bit of ASMR for the. We like doing that for the listener.
Yeah.
You ready, guys? Drinking it now.
Nice.
That went down a treat. That.
Yeah. Did it feel good in your ears
Oh
as well?
my god! Yeah. For those listening, I've got headphones on, and I sort of heard my sort of esophagus really cleanse, like not cleanse, but like
Clear.
really enjoy every little bit of that.
Yeah,
Then.
yeah.
Like every little bud.
How dry is it? You got drank for 3 days or something like.
No, it was good. I couldn't quite put into words what I wanted then, but it was tasty. Then.
Well, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah.
But, there you go.
Yeah, but you've had obviously your tea bags that we're starting with them.
Yeah.
And see how long they last throughout the year.
Yeah. How many did you get me? There's 50 in there,
I
is
think
there?
it's 50, yeah.
Yeah, it should do me till next Christmas.
Yeah.
I can get you some more. It's not an issue. I'll get you some.
What I was going to say, gents, is we are getting fit this year, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I'm looking to do a half marathon in March with my brother-in-laws who are tempting me towards it. They're actually doing one today in Liverpool.
Are they?
Yeah, and a half marathon time, anything under like 2 hours is pretty decent.
Yeah.
13 miles. Is it 13 miles? It's 26 miles, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.4, I think, or 26.2.
All right.
But they're doing it in Liverpool, and they've been like running for ages. But I'm not massive on running. Like I don't mind it, but anything past 10k, I'm a bit like.
It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, but he says to me, he's like, it gets really addictive. So you got to do 2 5Ks a week, and then you do one longer run as well. So you do 3 runs a week, and that's how you train for it.
I just train for half marathons by doing half marathons
Every day.
Just a couple a week, just trying to improve my time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
No,
I
yeah.
don't do that. You meant, I think that's going too hard too soon. That
I'd be in a wheelchair if I tried running. If I tried running a half marathon.
I think if I could do a half marathon in less than 2.5 hours, I'd be happy.
You should piss that, mate. Come on, set yourself a target. Under 4 hours for a full marathon is like decent. So under like doing half of that, 2 hours you should be hitting for. You do a decent 5k.
Yeah, not anymore.
You used to do it in like what, 21 minutes, 20?
Yeah, the fastest I've done it is 20 on a treadmill, like less than 20.
Is it?
There you go.
It's treadmill. It's different. Isn't it? It's like running outdoors, and you got a little bit of gradient up and down. But yeah, if I could do something flat, if I could get it, maybe 2 hours 15 minutes, I'll be happy with that.
Oh,
under 2 hours,
Under
you're
2
gonna
hours,
get.
that's
the target I've set you. Under 2 hours, and I'll donate you some money.
right for me. Yeah.
For your yeah.
Under 10 hours, I'll give you my
yeah.
You can have the back of my head.
People would pay good money for your scalp, Ben.
I think they would. Yeah.
Are you gonna join in with this as well?
No, so yeah, I was saying I've promised to do a 10k in March, haven't I? So.
Oh yeah, but you did a run the other day as well.
I did a run. Yeah, I did 2k, and it was in Scotland in the freezing cold. So it was yeah.
What attire was you wearing? Was you in shorts and
shorts, trainers, and a jumper?
Right.
Yeah, I've got good calves, so I wanted to show them off.
What songs did you listen to on the 2K?
I actually listened to the Christmas episode of AllMadeUp.
That's what we need from you.
Yeah,
and you finished it all in that 2 kilometers.
I was actually laughing on the way. Yeah, I was laughing at my own jokes. I was like, oh, that was hilarious.
What really tickled me is that we had, and I do love it, I think we had like 40-odd listeners on Christmas Day of the Christmas episode. I don't know how much you were listening, hopefully all of it, but on YouTube as well. Like I said, I do just envisage people waiting for us to unwrap our presents and then them doing theirs.
I would love that, yeah.
Please tell us if anybody did that. If you did, you can come on the couch.
We'll send you some help.
Yeah.
We'll come round and see you because you need somebody to talk to.
I wouldn't listen to music if I was running. I wouldn't have anything in. I just want to.
You just want to be along with
just like in your head, just because there's someone wrote a book that was called like What I Think About When I'm Running. I can't remember the art of running, something like that. And it's like it's mad how good it is for just clearing your head.
I think too much.
I just count how fast I'm doing it.
Do you?
1, 2, yeah.
You're a psychopath. That's bad.
People have smartwatches. I just count.
That's bad.
And I do my heartbeat at the same time.
No, I'm going to do a 10k. I think that's that we said before Christmas.
Yeah,
10k. I think that's achievable in that time. And yeah, I just want to get a bit fitter. And I do get a bit jealous, people, and I like their medals. I always like a reward.
Do you want me to tell you what's a bloody good day out? Doing a park run, which is a 5k.
Well, there's a park run at the back of my house where I live. I watch them and think, oh God. No, I like the others.
Free as well,
the others when the kids can't go outside in the sun. That's like me looking at the people running. I'm like, oh God, I wish I could do that. I'd probably die though.
Yeah, it's good.
fitness is what we're all going to improve.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to be pumped.
And we're going to improve the numbers on this podcast as well. We're going to be smashing. We are going to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube by June. That is the target.
That's our goal.
That's the goal. 500 subscribers. So if you're watching, just hit it. Just hit it for us. Come on.
Also, as well, we had like a stupid amount of downloads in Singapore, right, in one day. So if you are watching or listening, we do appreciate that. But yeah, you must have heard one and thought, fuck me, this is all right.
Yeah.
And you've downloaded about 33 hours of content. But we appreciate it. So yeah, let us know if you want to spread the word in Singapore, and we'll happily do a show there.
Well, of the podcast alone, I looked at the numbers. On YouTube, we have had nearly 700 hours worth of watch time now.
Have we really?
Wow.
Yeah. So there's been 700 hours worth of our conversation, chat, and stories.
Yeah.
I reckon probably about 10% of that's been pumped into my sister's house.
Yeah.
I
had to hold back so hard to not make a joke then. I was just like, don't make the joke, Ben. Yeah.
She loves it, Jordan. Absolutely loves the pod.
Well, that's good for her. I like Jordan. I think she's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm
just not going to say the joke.
No.
But yeah, she
it was
does.
anybody else's sister, I'd be offended them.
I was sat around. I went to my sister's Christmas party, and she was talking to one of her new employees at the Christmas party about the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was funny. She was like, "Oh, Harry has a podcast," and she went, "And it's actually good." And I was like, sat there going,
"Oh yeah, that mad night out you went on."
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures of him?
It was my sister's mate Sophie, and a new employee.
Him and three beautiful women on a night out, and he was just like going, pausing, like, just like every day for me. This.
Yeah. I said, when you're the only lads at your sister's Christmas do,
you loved it.
You got to get stuck in because girls just want to have fun.
You loved it.
And that is, you know what I
Any
mean?
hashtags?
Yeah, girls just want to have fun.
Oh, right, nice.
And we did. We had fun. We had cocktails. We went out for food. We danced.
It looked great.
Mate, it was great. My sister's great company.
Didn't you go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant?
Yeah, I went to Lucky Cat.
Did you go to Lucky Cat?
Yeah, me.
Lovely.
Like, you've been a few times there. You go a few times.
Yeah, me and Gordon, mate. You're probably watching, aren't you, Gordon?
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking am.
It's fucking raw.
Yeah. Fucking season it.
They're gonna go every week, Irish family, don't they?
Yeah.
It's just nothing to them. It's like going to a co-op.
Yeah.
But
you are loaded.
It was the. I love how the fact you think I'm dead wealthy.
You are. You're from London.
I drive a.
You're from London.
I'm not even from fucking London.
Watford. Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Anything further than Birmingham, you're like, you're from Devon. Yeah, we went Lucky Cat, and that was decent. I had a nice Christmas period. My social battery was fucked come like the day after Boxing Day. So I needed like 2.5 days of just not speaking to anyone. And it's slowly back to where it should be. But I'm looking forward to January and having a bit of head down time. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's nice, Lucky Cat's. I've been there. It's a nice restaurant.
Have you been Lucky Cat as well?
Yeah. I'd save up for 6 months. Harry just probably went for just a passing bit of food, didn't he?
Yeah.
What did you think of it? I thought the food was nice, but it wasn't value for me.
I think it's massively overpriced for what it is.
Yeah.
I think massively overpriced. But if you are listening from there, and you want to sponsor this podcast, Gordon, think it's a great restaurant.
What gets me mad is just like the price of like 4 lamb chops, like 45 quid.
Yeah, I think you're paying. I think it's like a lot of things you're paying for the experience.
Yeah,
I think
for me, experience of feeling skint.
No, I think to a certain extent, it's like wine with me. Like I think red wine. Like I like red wine, but I don't think I'd appreciate a £200 bottle of red wine as much as I would appreciate, like a £30 one.
Yeah,
I just don't have that.
You don't have the palate.
I got told this the other day by Sam, right? He was saying like when you get like really wealthy people have massive stately homes, right? A bit like me.
Bit like your summer house.
Yeah. The wealthy thing. But a big house, right? When you can get companies to come and kit your house out with like books. She said, right, I've got this library in my house. I need it filling. They'll be like, right, well, what type of books are you interested in? And then they'll just send you enough books to fill every shelf. And obviously, it's the aesthetic of like, this is my library.
Yeah.
You've not read them all. And it's the same with like wine cellars. They'll be like, oh, we'll build you a wine cellar and then kit it out. And I said to Sam, I was like, the wine cellar I get, because I'd use that.
Yeah.
But the library.
You don't read. You can't.
I can't read.
You don't read. You can't. That was doubly brutal.
It's also false.
Yeah.
Really.
I actually do read Sunken Athletic Theory, whatever you was telling me about before.
Sunken Athletic Theory.
We're reading about the book about the fall of
Sunken Cost Fallacy.
You ever heard of the Sunken Cost Fallacy?
No, you don't read that book about Siberia still?
No, I finished that ages ago.
I've got
into reading the older I've got, right? But the sunken cost fallacy is like if you're in a queue, right, and so you've been in it 10 minutes, and then you think, I should leave the queue, but then you think, I've been in it 10 minutes, I might as well stay.
Yeah, it's like comedy.
It depends who you are.
The reason why you brought up sunken cost fallacy, I can't even say it, was because I said that I was up all night till like 2 a.m. playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then I should have gone to bed, but I was like, you know what, I fancy a game of FIFA. And then I won 7 FIFA games on the bounce. And I was like, I'll just play till I lose.
Yeah.
And then I lost. And then I was like, well, I can't finish on a lot. Like, I can't finish on a loss. So I've got to play again and just get another win. And that's why you said sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah. The point is, Lewis just needs to go to bed early. Right? Okay.
Yeah, why are you staying up so late?
Yeah.
Call of Duty at Christmas time is it's a big part of it. Always has been.
The festive war zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. To be fair, he's not got a nanny to rub his forehead like you have to go to sleep.
Yeah. You lads can keep shitting on me for this fantasy.
It's New Year, isn't it? We shouldn't be giving it you.
I know it's fine. Do you know what? It should be New Year, New You Two. Right? That's what it should be.
Oh.
Right? Because for me, New Year, New Me. I'm going to be the same old me.
New year, new key for you.
Yeah.
Studio.
Hey, I got a key to the studio today.
Yeah.
Harry found me outside looking like an homeless man. I was just lacking a guitar. It's just singing.
No.
I was playing karaoke tracks on YouTube.
Hey, I'm thinking, should we get into the story?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The first story of 2024. It could be full of wonder, passion, excitement, comedy, sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? So this is going to be the first all-made-up story of 2024. I'm going to say that again. Yeah. This is going to be the first all-made story. This is going to be the first all-made-up story of 2024. Enjoy.
That's a transition, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I love about the fact that this is one camera? It's the fact that we can't cover out you fucking that up twice. But yeah.
What, you enjoy that, do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
It's all made up, baby.
Go on, drink.
Drink, lad. Drink.
Drink it. Go on.
Right, I like that. It's going to open with that. So, for those new listeners who are joining us in the new year, and for those who are with us already, I will tell you the rules again of our all-made-up adventure. So, you will see there are 3 pots in front of us, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 yellow. The green ones start our story, the red ones end our story, and the yellow ones throw a bit of a curveball, swerveball in between. So, before we jump into these little story prompts, we are going to build a character who's going to be on this quest. So, Ben, what would you like today's character to be called?
Larry.
Larry?
Guitar string.
Larry Guitar String.
But like guitar string. It isn't spelt like that, but it sounds like that.
I like the idea of that being like a nickname. You know, like...
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So maybe his name's Larry String.
Larry String, and they call him... have you seen Guitar String anywhere? Because you know what I mean? He plays one.
Yeah, he plays a guitar.
Yeah,
he plays guitar. No, but he's... have you ever seen like the people who are on the streets and they play with one string?
Oh, yeah?
On a fret, and that's what he's known for. Is he a homeless person? Is he a busker? What are we thinking? I've seen a guy on YouTube play guitar with his feet. Have you seen that?
Wow.
Unbelievable. He didn't have use of his arms, so I think that's why he learnt with his feet.
You
just start with the feet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got it wrong.
It'd be easier if you use your hands. I don't think it will, pal.
Should see my toes.
And he did it while wearing shoes as well.
Yeah, so Larry String then.
So it's Larry String. People call him Guitar String because he plays a guitar with one string. Like I said, how is he doing for money, Harry? Is he well off? Is he not wealthy?
I think we go down the route that he is from money, and he's busking with the idea of that is what he would like to do, you know, become a musician. But he's got the safety net of obviously.
Is like Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. Is he got a safety net?
He came from money, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, is it one of them things where
Sorry, I've never known anyone to like sniff around someone's historical wealth more than you, mate. You are like a pig to a truffle. It's like, yeah, he's got money. What do you mean? I've checked his ISA.
I just want to burn the rich.
It oozes out of you.
I'm just generations of.
What counts as wealth? Like if someone has a roof box in a car.
Listen,
our ideas of wealth are different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What you think is wealth, I think is like just unimaginable.
I used to go to school in a Range Rover, so it's my guilt.
Oh, right, okay. So, because we had a chat about this where...
I had walked to school, mate.
No, yeah, well, the fact we were talking about houses, and I said, I was like, mine had a garage, and you're like, fucking all right.
Yeah.
We converted our garage into an office.
Did you?
Yeah, just had to.
My dad converted ours into a vault for all the money. That's why. Yeah.
But still got a glass, just so it shows off still.
Well, what I'm thinking is it one of them stories where he does come from money, but he doesn't like the fact that he's come from money, and he's trying to give that persona of like being a busker.
Yeah. Do you know a classic example of that? Jamie T.
Oh, when there's no more.
Yeah, Jamie T was like a public schoolboy. Went to private school and all that, but he's shtick. He's very
comes from the streets.
Yeah, same lead singer of the Pogues, wasn't he, as well? I think he had a lot.
Sean McGowan.
Yeah.
Sean.
Shane. he came from wealth, did he?
I'm sure there's a. I'm sure he went to private school or something.
Well,
I like him still.
Yeah. He's just. If he's come from money, he probably could have used a bit to get himself sorted. But hey, right, okay.
Also, interesting fact, Dirty Old Town by the Pogues.
Yeah,
it's by Birmingham.
Salford.
Salford. Someone said Birmingham. Oh no, you said Driving Home for Christmas was about Birmingham.
It's about when they came to play in Salford, and they described it.
That should hurt Harry, but he does come from Milton Keynes, so he's like,
no, I didn't mean it's an insult. It's just an interesting fact.
Yeah, just go home and hug me wheelie bin.
Right. Anyway, so it's Larry Guitar String, sort of trying to give off this persona of being like working class. Let's say trying to be working class, but he comes from wealth. What has his family made their money from?
I think something like Dole, like the packaging company. It's wealth, but
I just think it's old money. I think it's land.
Okay,
Spencer Matthews. So his family historically had lots and lots of land and have sold it, and that's where their money's come from.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So I think he's like
So he's moved away from his mum and dad. Let's say that he was living where and he's moved to where. So where is he now and where was he originally?
Maybe say Surrey or the Cotswolds. Maybe just like an easy.
South. Yeah.
No, but the famously wealthy areas.
It's fine.
You've got the problem, son, don't you?
It's just so funny. Just like
Right, go on.
I reckon he's in London performing, right? Because I think if you're going to be a busker, there's just fucking hundreds of them there. And maybe we have him in. I'm thinking because I've been there and it's really nice. Penarth in South Wales, which is near Cardiff. That's like really expensive.
I was going to suggest, because you're going to be there tonight, Wigan. I think we're gonna be a good one. Like, we know the area well. I can give you some like little bits of knowledge and facts about Wigan.
So maybe his money came from his family having mills, right? They were mill owners,
right? Yeah.
Okay, and then they've obviously sold all of that. And now they do naffle, right? Just loads of money.
They've got loads of money.
Maybe they converted them into flats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're landlords. But across like 100 units.
And I think he's living in a flat share. That's what he's doing now. So he's got free rent, but all the people who are living with him don't realise that they're paying him essentially.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
So the money's always going to him, and they're paying for his rent, but they just think he's another person contributing.
And every week he goes and gets cash out of the cash machine, so it looks like he's done well busking.
Yeah.
He changes it for pound coins. He puts it out.
I pay my rent with my guitar skills. But in all fairness, even though he does come from wealth, he can play guitar with one string, which is a talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It's a bit, one note, isn't it? You know what I mean? I imagine you're not getting much variation out of it.
You're playing it on a fret, aren't you?
Oh, right, okay.
You're playing it on a fret. You can put them little metal things on your fingers so it creates a different noise. You've got your voice.
Yeah.
Contributing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not singing, he's just making the other notes with his mouth.
Are they covers or is it original songs?
I think
a bit of a mix.
I think a bit of a mix, I think a bit of a mix.
Right, so what I'm thinking is, how old is he for one?
Maybe 25. So like, I don't think he's too old.
Figuring it out.
I think he's gone to like music school and stuff like that. And I think
he knows that if he just sort of went straight into a record label, because his family have got the money to say like, put my son, make him a song.
We'll pay for the record.
We'll pay for the record. Blah. But he knows that if he does that, the image you get from that is like crap, isn't it?
Yeah,
so he's sort of doing it undercover. He's trying to do it, even though it won't be organic, trying to do it organically.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, what, how long, when did you first pick up first pick up a guitar? Who were his idols?
So I think maybe he watched like like C6 Steve. You heard of him? Like he's like a proper like
Seasick.
C6 Steve. He's called. He's like a proper like busker, but he had that massive success, and he played that guitar like that. Like one string. He was like a homeless person and became like really famous. I think maybe he went on holiday to like America or something. He saw these people that are like, wow, these musicians. They make music out of anything. I want to be like that. Maybe he's looked at them and thought that is cool.
All right. I imagine his influence is like it'd be like what you listened to as a kid.
Okay.
So like blues and stuff like that. I imagine it being like quite rocky.
What is his, just before we get into the first prompt, what is his dream, would you say? Would his dream to become a pop star? Like, as in, like, if we went down like the Ed Sheeran route, it was sort of like, that's his end goal, being a pop star, getting records in the top 10, and like becoming famous for being a pop musician.
I think that,
on his own terms.
Yeah, original music, like original songs.
Yeah. Because you've got that thing where it's like, we've got him on a path, a trajectory, but it's going to fall at certain times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously got that. Yeah. Nice. I reckon we get our first prompt, which I'm going to pick. It's in the green pot.
It's going to start the story.
It's going to start the story for us. So, it is going to be, what was his name again?
Larry String.
Larry String. Larry was determined to sell drugs.
Right.
So he was determined.
Didn't we have that in another story, that one?
No, I don't think.
With Phil Ellis.
Yeah, was it not? The girl
with the duck. The
girl with the duck. Let's
No, the headlight, it finished. It started with.
She's selling drugs to make money.
Well, it was a recent one we did a drug thing.
Yeah.
Let's just burn that. That's burnt.
I love that when in your brew.
Yeah.
Right, no, we're going to start with this one because we had a drug-related one not long ago. What's his name again?
Larry. I love
You sound like Harry. No, he's remembering names this year.
Larry was invited to meet the King of England.
Okay, that's good.
That could make sense.
Yeah.
And how is the story going to end, Ben?
They decided living amongst bears was the best choice.
They decided living amongst birds
was the best choice.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Right. So something's gone wrong. Something goes wrong badly for him.
Well, also just saying that there's different like names for different types of gay men, isn't there? And bears
a bear is a big hairy.
It doesn't have to be a bear because a bear's a big hairy.
Or
it could be
guy. It could be a band called the Bears.
Yeah, anything.
We don't know yet. We're going to get there.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it open.
Or it
so
could be a legitimate
bear.
Yeah, or it could be a bear.
Yeah,
in a cave with him.
So yeah, Larry was invited to meet the King of England, and that's how the story starts. So
yeah, I've got an idea.
Yeah,
go on. You go first, Harry.
Okay, my suggestion here is mum and dad are in a WhatsApp group with like some serious elites. Okay. Old money.
To name a few.
Philip, Andrew, Megan.
That's a hell of a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, honestly, it's
like the Royals.
Yeah, the Royals. Yeah, and there's some earls and all that dukes, and like the Archbishop of
Canterbury.
Yeah.
Some all the big players.
Yeah, it's a big WhatsApp group. So I reckon there has been a conversation where Larry's dad, let's say his name is John.
Yeah.
John
String.
John String. Yeah.
Should have been called Gary. G String.
Yeah. Maybe he's called J.
J String.
J String. Yeah.
Maybe his mum could be called Jill.
Yeah.
J String has organised for Larry to go and see the King because he's hoping that he can get a job in some sort of like role within the palace establishment.
I think I've got an idea that tops that.
Okay.
I have a similar idea. So I think similar thing. He's been invited. So a lot of musicians come out the Prince's Trust.
Right.
So maybe the parents have been like, well, he's going to do it this way. We can't help him. But what we can do is get him into the Prince's Trust. Again, make him look like a story that's been come from nowhere and helped him out. Maybe to give that image again to help him.
Right.
I've got my idea. So this story is set earlier this year.
Yeah.
And it's the King's coronation.
Yeah.
He's going to play.
He's not going to play. He has to go because his family are sort of attached to royalty. But obviously it's televised.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to disguise himself because he's going to be sat with his mum and dad.
Yeah.
But he's obviously trying to like hide. And they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because they don't know about him trying to become a musician either. You know what I mean? I think this is just something that I need to go away. They probably don't even know that he's living in Wigan.
No.
They probably think that he's just got his own... He's probably got multiple places he could be living, but he's living in Wigan, but try and give across this image.
Yeah.
So I think it's about, we're going to the King's coronation, come along, and he's trying to...
hide himself.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that, yeah.
Because
like that.
you've got to think, everybody's watching it. So I like the idea of, like, obviously him eventually getting a breakthrough, and then someone being like, I'm sure I recognise this guy.
Yeah.
You know, so it sort of creates that bit of a pitfall later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say King's coronation. Whereabouts are they sat? Did they get like a pretty good front row seat?
It's Westminster Abbey, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's in the shape of it's a crucifix, isn't it? They're like cathedrals. That's the shape of them.
Yeah, the seats here.
I imagine they're sat towards the back, but near the door. So like every time people walk in, the camera's always there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How is he? What is he wearing? Is he wearing a suit?
Heads and tails, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think he's wearing the full shebang.
But it's like the hat like massively tilted down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's got like a veil. It's got like he's attached a veil to but it draws more attention. Like people keep commenting on this man with the veil.
Yeah. I bet it's one of them things which go mad on social media.
Yeah.
It's like, why this guy is just so odd. You can't see his face, and like it's like the masked figure of the coronation, and it's like going viral. Like hashtag who's the mask. You know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, he's been invited.
Oh, another idea. I've never watched it, but there's a TV program called The Masked Singer.
Yeah, who's that behind the mask?
Yeah.
Who's that behind the mask?
So I like the idea of that somehow getting involved later on. He gets invited on the show. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Well, maybe that's the thing. So maybe he's wearing this like veil with like 2 eye holes, a bit like Zorro if he was British. That's how I imagine it. Like
I like the idea of him wearing a top hat, but the top hat has been pulled down to his chin, so the rim's there and eye holes are in the top hat.
He just looks really overbred. Yeah,
like that. Through there.
I love that, yeah. But still wearing sunglasses.
There was quite a few like famous people, weren't there, at the...
Oh, yeah.
Not so
like,
bad.
Say musicians-wise, say if there's people like Sting, I'm thinking like Elton John, like classic, you know, big people that would attend. Maybe after...
Try and tap them up.
Yeah, exactly. After the ceremony, there's obviously going to be a little soiree, isn't there? And he's there just like listening to conversations between Sting and, I don't know, whoever, and it's like, well, there's an opportunity for me to ask, but if your mum and dad didn't see me talking to this person and hear the conversation, they might think, well, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah. Well, there was that coronation concert, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah,
after, so maybe he's like trying to get in on that.
I like the idea of there being a band on at the coronation concert, and then there's a problem. They booked the Who,
right?
And and like there's been a booking issue. Roger Daltrey's ended up getting invited. The Who are there, they're playing the tune, "We Won't Be Fooled Again." It's like massive concert. And then the Royals are like, what is this? Like, why have we got the Who? Like, it's it's anarchist. What is it? Anti-anarchy? What is it called?
Anarchy, yeah.
Anarchy, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're smashing the guitars on the floor. And like the Royals are thinking, right, well, that's ruined. The concert's ruined.
Yeah. Like there's one string left.
Yeah, exactly. There's a string left on the guitar.
Nobody can play it.
And then he steps up, top hat over his head. Nobody knows who it is.
And kills
with one string.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a national anthem.
Yeah, national anthem.
I love that. Yeah.
The Beatles, like he plays everything which would be apt for a royal sort of
Rule Britannia.
Yeah.
God Save the King. He's coming home.
How would that sound on one string?
It was so dull, wasn't it?
What type of stuff would the Royals want to listen to? You know what I mean? I can't imagine it being.
They might want to listen to the Royals.
Well, to be fair, Charles is a product of the 50s and 60s, isn't he? So he probably would like the Who and stuff. He probably just because he's royal doesn't mean he don't like.
Yeah, I know, but I think the anarchists aren't they the same way as the Sex Pistols were.
Anti-establishment.
Maybe it's the Sex Pistols who they booked because
Johnny Rotten,
and they've smashed the gear. As opposed to the Who, it was Johnny Rotten, accidental book up. In fact, it was a big media stunt by the Sex Pistols. They came dressed up as the band, turned round, and then it's Johnny Rotten giving it that, smashing everything up. Fuck off.
God save the Queen.
And a fascist regime. Fuck off.
You're a millionaire, Johnny. You're part of the problem.
Just eating fucking loads of butter.
I hate him. Yeah.
Anyway, I like that. Sex Pistols have showed up, killed the mood for the Royals. Mass Singer comes up, plays one string.
Yeah.
And then social media storm. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Cut back to Wigan. He's back on the streets. It's like if it was a film, it'd be a smash cut. He's playing the one string on the stage in front of all the Royals, and then next shot, it's him not in the top hat playing one string on the streets of Wigan.
Yeah, and no one's interested.
No one's interested.
Just
yeah.
There's a homeless guy gives him money. It's like stop playing.
He books the space. I had the space book, pal, but it's 50p.
Buy another string, pal.
Yeah. He's like stood next to a save away. Yeah. That's what I imagine.
He's busking outside Galloway's.
Right, okay.
And people are just giving him pies.
Yeah, that.
They're not giving him money. Just eat that. Stop playing. Stop singing.
So I think that he does that, but I think he's like, but people don't like me as I am. So maybe it's a bit of a realization that he's like, the only way I can get success, and maybe he's like, tomorrow I'm going to try it in the top.
Well, I think this is it. I think it's that sort of like, he knows that he's not getting the recognition that he feels he deserves, but he also knows he's got this alter ego now almost, this other character he can play. But he knows the most difficult thing, he can't reveal. It's like Spider-Man.
What if, as a result of that, the performance he did at the party, he gets another booking at like a royal event?
The Royal Variety Show?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
But like before that, maybe, there's like, I don't know, some...
Duke of Edinburgh Award.
He gets his badge at the end.
There's like international royals there, aren't there? So like maybe he goes and performs in like Luxembourg.
Yeah.
So
you think it's just the royal things? I think it's bigger than that. I think it's like...
Yeah, I think everybody wants a piece of this guy. Everybody's seen it on the world stage. The Coronation, probably the most viewed TV programme in the world.
Yeah.
And everyone, it's like, who is the masked singer?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I think that's the angle. And the sort of thing is, do I go down this route where nobody knows me, or do I still try and make it on my own with the one string? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think he's doing like pop-up gigs, because I think there's like maybe even like a reward. If you can find the masked singer.
There's that. Do you want me to tell you what I like the idea of? People going past him and going, trying to copy the masked singer.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. So that's sort of like irking him. It's like, you can't sound the masked singer.
Yeah. So he's in two minds of what to do. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a prompt in there.
Okay.
So the prompt is going to sort of maybe send this story in a different direction.
So we go. Okay. They made love on the bonnet of the car.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this is classic Spider-Man, Mary Jane. Like where it's where he's fell down and it's raining and she lifts his mask up and they do an upside down kiss.
And he's a rock star.
Yeah.
So I reckon it's got to be someone mad. Like, someone like Kate Middleton.
Wow. Right. Okay. So yeah.
No, maybe
someone you're gonna meet. Like, it's someone who maybe you spoke to after the coronation and who's been like, "Oh, here's my number." Like, let's meet up.
Yeah.
And it's someone who's going to be massively famous.
Yeah. Who could it be? Who's not? I don't want to say Kate.
Does it have to be a royal? Does it have to be like?
No, I think someone just incredibly famous.
Taylor Swift.
Maybe Taylor Swift.
Like
Taylor Swift, that has the Ed Sheeran link as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're like mates, I think, or something.
Yeah.
But did they used to be in a relationship?
I don't know.
I think she's been around, but I don't think she's...
Taylor Swift's army are coming after you now.
Yeah, the Tay Warriors.
Hey, listen, they all know. She had a song that's, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Even she's self-aware.
All right. So they made love in the bonnet of the car. So are we having it as this is a famous person that he's bedded?
Well,
he's on a bonnet of a car.
Well, Nicole Scherzinger was singing at the Royal concert.
Nicole Scherzinger?
Yeah, she's a very attractive woman.
Yeah, I think she's probably old enough to be his mum. But
that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren.
Makes it hotter in a way.
Gorgeous woman.
Makes it hotter for me.
Right.
Is she attractive?
Yeah, is she attractive? I'm not interested.
Okay, so
who are we going to go for?
Let's just get this. Let's go Nicole Scherzinger, right? Let's just set the scene for this, though. So he's performed at another event, yeah? He's not at the coronation, this.
Yeah, and so she sees him backstage and she's like, what was the prompt again?
They made love in the bonnet of the car.
And he's like, I've got to go. She's like, no, I'm a huge fan. Come with me.
Literally.
Yeah, and they made love in the bonnet of the car.
I think she takes a shine into him, right? He's performing, let's say, at a Sweet 16 of a royal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carefully, Aaron.
Yeah.
What about 18th?
Yeah.
Let's go with
Andrew's
18th.
all over it. Right?
Let's go with 21st.
All right, 21st then. And he smashed it out of the park once again, right? You know, word is spreading on the royal scene that this guy is like your bankable booking. Nicole Scherzinger's there. She's a friend of a friend. And as he finishes the gig, she's like... I
want you to play me like you play that string.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like that. She goes, that was incredible. Like, I've not seen a talent like this in ages, and you just... There's an aura to you. I don't know. I just yeah.
This guy with a top hat and 2 eyes.
yeah.
There's just something about you.
And guitar with one string.
Yeah. And
2 little aisles.
I think she goes to like take the hat off him, and he's like, no. She goes, but I just I want to know who the real man is under there. And he's like, I can't let you into that, baby.
I think you're forgetting that they made love on the bonnet of a car.
No, but listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, go on.
It's you don't just you got build to that. Right?
Yeah, go on. I'm built.
So,
yeah,
he's playing that fancy here, this lad.
I think he goes. I can't show you that. And she goes, right. Well, you can at least make love to me on the bonnet of this car.
What car is it?
It is a Rolls Royce.
I was thinking more like a Renault Megane. I wanted it to be like a bit of a tacky situation.
No, it's a Phantom, mate. Doors open and everything. And the thing is, it's not even her car.
It's quite high up though, a Phantom. You'd have to.
Yeah, I reckon the car was a gift to the person who's having the birthday.
No, I think it's more social media storm again. It's like the Masked Singer has just been found having sex with
there's a picture of him.
Over the bonnet of like a Renault Megane or a Ford Mondeo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's either Nicole Scherzinger's we're going for, or
Nicole Scherzinger. Yeah,
right.
I think she's
So they're making love on the bonnet of a car.
Yeah.
And it's the Masked Singer, and it's like, who is this guy? Like making love to all these like
this beautiful woman.
Yeah,
I've had this fancy myself. It's been
But I think it's like multiple people who he's making love with loads of people on bonnets of cars because everybody just wants a piece.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not revealing who I am, and that adds to his mystique and mystery. And it's like hashtag, I don't know, bonnet bonking.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And that's his signature sort of, the Masked Singer has been at it again.
Yeah.
So there's another one. So there is like Taylor Swift. There's like J-Lo.
They're all,
all of them.
There's that sort of like, because like in the sort of like A-list fame world, they're all like swapping partners anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're all like involved with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just think he's this sort of like Lothario. Do you like that
and
word?
is it protective sex we're talking here? Just to clarify.
Yeah, it's had its MOT. It's had its MOT done.
Right, okay. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, he's wearing protection area. Don't worry.
One for you,
There's loads of babies with that's coming out.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
The masked baby.
I'm just curious,
But anyway,
okay.
I think essentially he's made love on the bonnet of a car, and once again it's adding to this. Wow, the Masked Singer. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And once again, like he can't tell anyone he's made love to all these beautiful women because that once again reveals who he is. And it's what he's weighing up constantly. It's like, do I say I'm the Masked Singer and sort of do that, or do I still try and make it the old-fashioned way through talent, hard work?
Well, maybe it's a bit like Hannah Montana. Maybe he's got this mad success, but then maybe he starts to get a bit of success in his own world as well. So it's hard for him to balance.
Yeah.
And then maybe he starts playing a little bit of original stuff, and people are like, "Boo! Stop playing that." But then he's basically trying to organically find a place where he can pull the mask off and be like, "It's me."
Yeah.
And they can just carry on as Larry Strings.
Yeah, I think Larry String needs to have some sort of peak, doesn't he? He needs to have some sort of like something that has sort of got him in the limelight at least, but it has to have that sort of sob story background to it of, I've not come from any money or anything like that. I've just sort of been busking with my one string. Does he get revealed by his flatmates? Like what? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, at the moment, we've got him attending these things, but his life in Wigan, what's that look like? So, you know what I mean? Maybe the answer's there. Because if he's living with 4 people in a flat share, they're going to chat to each other. Or do they not like him? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, maybe they find the hat.
Right.
Right, yeah.
And maybe they find the hat and they're all a bit like, has he been here? You know the Masked Singer.
I'm thinking the thing that the difficulty is of this story is we need him to have the organic rise of being Larry String and sort of getting that fame and media attention for being someone who's come from rags to riches.
Yeah.
And then the pitfall is the fact that he is the Masked Singer.
Well,
so how are we building that sort of fame for him of being like, oh, wow, he's come from nothing to...
what was that Peter Parker thing? Like he starts selling. I'm friends with the Masked Singer, and I'll tell you where he is.
Right,
and he sort of uses that to elevate himself, and then people start, oh, this is Larry Strings. But he's not got a bad voice himself.
I think I've got an idea.
I think I've got one as well.
The Masked Singer plays a big gig.
Yeah.
Big gig. And then he goes, I've got a support act.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he plays himself. He plays Larry Strings is his own support. But obviously, so he's been playing on the streets of Wigan and no one's been asked. But when you put someone on a platform and they're like, wow, like he's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like he's had the Masked Singer sell the story of, oh, I seen this lad playing on the streets of Wigan.
That's a shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's sort of building his own reality on the world stage.
It reminded him of me.
Yeah, it reminds him of himself, but obviously the fact that he's come from nothing and like I seen him eating like crusts of a Galloway's pasty off the floor, of a Galloway's pie off the floor. He used to go in the Grand Arcade for warmth, you know?
Yeah.
So, but that then is, say, that event that's happened at, or is it a massive theatre gig? Like, what's the stage he's on? Because
I think it's like a Royal Variety performance.
Okay, right. So say it is the Royal Variety then.
Yeah.
Right. Masked Singer had like an amazing 6 months building towards this. Does the Royal Variety and says, yeah, thank you so much. This has been amazing. He says, but you know, as much as you've given me this opportunity, there's someone I've seen who is absolutely fantastic, and I'd like to give them the opportunity.
Well, this is what I think. This in like if it was a film, and like in this moment, I think that's something he comes up with on the spot because I think originally he's going to reveal who he is.
I think he reveals it before the end, so I think he just at the Royal Variety takes the mask off.
No. I think it was in his head. His thought process was right. I've just done the Royal Variety. I've smashed it. I'm going to reveal my identity. But then he thinks, no, because then that'll ruin the sort of rags to riches story. Yeah. That's the idea. I'm gonna get Larry Strings on as my next act.
Yeah,
right.
So that's Larry Strings doesn't do very well, and that's why he's like, I can't reveal myself.
No. What I was thinking was, if he does that and then he goes off stage, comes on Larry Strings, but before he goes, this is maybe. I was going to say, is this his last performance ever? Like, and I found someone who can be my replacement almost because I'm not going to gig again. Yeah. I don't know, like just sort of creating that story for him, rags to riches. Anyway, I think that happens. He goes, right, Larry, do your stuff, goes off stage, comes back on, plays his one string, rocks it.
Yeah.
He is now hot property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Record deal, album deal, whatever. Creates a load of songs on his one string and he gets all the media attention.
How many songs do you reckon you could get on one string?
Yeah, I think he's just smashing it in the charts. I think he's got like positions 1, 4, and 7 in the charts.
Right, okay.
Like, but all through the sort of recommendation of the Masked Singer. Yeah?
Okay.
Let's get another prompt in there.
What have we got?
So now Larry's famous in his own right.
Larry's famous in his own right. Rags to riches. Ed Sheeran-esque. It's Ed Sheeran-esque.
They began to smell of dog shit.
It began to smell of dog shit.
Have we had that one in the past? I feel like we have. I feel like we have with someone.
Right, if you think that, just burn it. Let's just burn it.
Yeah. Right, what have we got? Okay. They bought a dog to help them find a new partner.
They bought a dog to help them find a new partner.
Right.
Right, maybe this angle here could be... I think he's not busking anymore, is he? He's on the biggest stage.
He's famous.
Yeah, he's famous.
And he's playing around a bit as well, because once you get that fame, I imagine women are falling at your feet.
So he's bought a dog to help him with that.
But maybe he's finding the wrong sort of woman. Maybe he's been as the Masked Singer. He was just working his way through the UK, and now he's like, I want something more.
They bought a dog to find a new partner.
To help them find a new partner.
Right, they bought a dog to help them find a new partner.
Or what if it isn't working? What if he's had this initial fame, like a one-hit wonder,
right?
And he's like, I need a new gimmick.
No, I think we've got to try and get back to somehow the people who lived in the flat in Wigan. Like, has he moved house yet, or is he still living there in the?
If you've had that much success, you probably moved, haven't you? So I think the people that he lived with maybe wasn't overly friendly with them, but like they're...
At this point, they all still think he was chucking in for rent. We certainly need to sort of work towards the reveal of the fact that he's come from wealth. That's what we need to try and get to in probably like the next 5-10 minutes. And we also need to get to the point where he decided to live with Bears, was it? What was the red one?
He decided living amongst bears was the best choice.
Right. Oh, okay.
That's mad.
So he's trying to find a partner. He's trying to get a dog first to help him find a new partner. So is that...
I had that as a romantic partner.
A romantic partner?
Yeah. So...
Maybe it's... And also, like, when you get famous, journalists start looking into your past, don't they? Trying to find dirt. So maybe he's a bit nervous as well. Maybe that's where we're heading up.
Right.
That maybe stuff's coming out and he's doing like a lot of NDAs. Like, you can't mention that. Like, someone's coming to him, I recognise you from Eton.
Right, yeah.
Someone's like, no, you don't.
Yeah, he's got a different look. He's got like a top knot and things right now. Before, it was like long floppy hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe...
Wicker hat.
Yeah.
They bought a dog to help them find a new partner.
Yeah.
I think that for me it's a romantic partner. So he...
What if the partner that he meets had bought a dog to help him find a new partner? What if a dog runs up to him in the park? And it's the other way around. It doesn't have to be him buying the dog. It can be this girl.
Yeah, what about if it's like he's got the fame and wealth? Now, he already had the wealth, but he's got the fame, and people are like going, oh, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Yeah. And he's like sort of doing these public gestures like charity almost.
Right, yeah.
They don't like make a wish, but it's like someone going like, oh, I lost... Maybe not, I've lost my partner, but I'm dead lonely. I'm really lonely.
Bring him back.
Yeah. I've lost my partner. Well, he's a Labrador. Yeah.
Like, you're not on your own anymore. Yeah. There you go.
But they bought a dog to help them find a new one. Like, that was his solution. I don't know, but like that could work. We can just like have a bit of an easy win.
Yeah, maybe he just buys them. Yeah, she's like, oh, that's the only way I know how to meet people is with a dog.
Yeah, oh my God, it was a blind person.
Yeah.
It was a blind person, and she's like, he is like, I can't go and meet anybody because I can't go out the house because I'm not got a guide dog.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, you know what?
I'll get you one.
I'll get you one. It's like one of them letters.
Latest one. It's got a sat nav in its head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Early episodes. What would you have? You can have any power. Sat nav in my head.
Yeah. So
any power.
I think he's bought a blind person a guide dog to find a new partner.
Yeah,
because
it's like a public gesture, so he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
right?
So it's sort of like he's got that fame now, and he's like, oh, because I've got the fame, I can start doing these grand gestures, which if I did it just as a wealthy person without, you know what I mean, It's not as cool.
What if, I'm just thinking, if his plan is here to find a new partner, right? This little twist in the story.
Yeah.
And the end line is, the best choice was them to live among bears.
I think that this could be a band name. I think he could end up joining a super band.
What I think is the reveal is so shocking that he's like, to be socially shunned by people is like incredibly
good point,
damaging psychologically for people. And I think if he is completely cast aside by the wider public, which are like, you're a fraud, right? And then equally his family are like,
because just on top of that, everybody knows that the masked singer came from wealth because he was at the royal coronation.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But they don't know who it is, so that's what makes it all right. So I think, like what Ben said earlier, I think we need that reveal from when he's moving out of the flat in Wigan.
Yeah,
he's getting his stuff in cardboard boxes or like packaging, and as he's leaving, it drops out or like someone sees it, and there's that like little look as to like,
what is that?
Why have you got that? And he's like, oh, the masked singer give it me. Yeah, but... And the label on the inside, it says Larry Strings. Like he's wrote his name so he doesn't...
I've got to eyesight. It's a massive label.
That's so funny. He's had it ironed into his hat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like when you peek at school?
Yeah. I'm just iron tags in all the time.
I like it. But what as well, like, because obviously they wouldn't just give up. If he was just like, oh, I'm retiring now.
Yeah.
It would... People would be even more interested to who this masked singer was.
There'd be a reward.
So they'd be keeping on going. So maybe these people who are in the flat in Wigan are like, listen, I think Larry could have been the masked singer.
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah.
I think they know. And what adds insult to injury is there's been that reveal to them. How have they found out that he was actually the landlord? I think there's that connection too, which would double piss them off. So it's like,
and then it's blackmail.
Well, blackmail or
just humiliation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Hey, calm it.
Yeah.
Hey, that was earlier in the story. That.
Yeah, it's like he's been cancelled, isn't he? That's what's happened.
Well, it's that sort of like, I've got this, which is going to ruin your career.
Yeah. So maybe they find out he was the landlord all along.
Mate, but how do they find that out? Is it a case of I'm trying to think when you're in a tenancy agreement.
I think the rent goes up by the portion which he wasn't paying. So let's say it was like £1,000 a month between 5 of them, but they were paying $250 each, but he wasn't paying anything, and then they have to pay when the new person comes in. They have to pay $250 as well. I don't know. I think it's something about the rent money, which they have to pay more for him leaving.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So he's still, in effect, he's still a bit tight.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, no, you've never been friends with me, so...
What if he just let it slip?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just a simple thing of like, they were, the rent's going up, the tenants are bitching about the landlord, being like, never met the guy, I don't understand why he's put it up. Like, there's no negotiation here. And he's just like, kind of playing it off like, well, landlords have got costs they've got to pay themselves and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then it's a bit like, yeah, no, but it's mad that it's gone up. It shouldn't have done. And then he's like, well, that's what I've decided.
Yeah.
He's like,
I've got a bit of a slightly different. What if they see the mask and he panics and he's like, you can't tell anybody that we're going to sell it. He's like, if you tell somebody, I'm going to evict you.
Right, okay.
And then that's how it comes out.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, you can't evict us. And he was like, I'm the landlord.
Right.
Doing like a sort of like he snaps and sort of shows his true colours a little bit maybe, and then people panic and they get pushed into a corner, they sort of lash out.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, I'll kick you out, and then they actually think, well, if you're going to kick us out, we'll just sell our story and we'll be fine, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're like, what do you mean you're the landlord? It's like, do you own the flat? And he's like, I own 50 acres of land.
Do you own the flat? I am the flat.
Yeah. I am the lord of the land.
I am flat.
Yeah. He takes him to the window. He goes, see to the horizon, pal. I own that.
Yeah. It's the whole of Wigan.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
That's mine.
Only go where the light touches. What's over there? That's Charlie.
Yeah. Never go there.
Okay, so I think he's had a power trip with the tenants, and it's come out that he's a landlord. The relationship's just got shitty. And they have gone, we're going to reveal you. Right?
Yeah.
So whether that is a video online, I feel like would be, showing his bedroom, showing the hat, showing pictures on the wall of like who he is, and being like, this Luke String, you thought it was a rags to riches story, look, he's got a suit of armour in his bedroom.
But a gold suit of armour. It's really useless.
Yeah. Writes with a quill, the dickhead. Like, he's fucking flush.
His bed is just money.
Yeah. And then you're an extra in the background going, he's rich.
Burn him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Massive news story. Social media storm.
Like a Channel 4, what they called them? What they called when the Russell Brand thing? What was it called? The TV show. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I've just imagined all his holiday memories are oil paintings. So like every time he goes away, he don't take photographs. There's just paintings everywhere. Yeah. He's got sculptures. His room is like it's got full of taxidermy. He's got bearskin sheets. It's
because when you're in a flat share, house share, it's a locked door, isn't it, for everybody for your room? So they've never really seen it.
They actually open the wardrobe, and inside is a butler who's just stood there.
No, they open the door. It's a 4-bedroom house. Yeah. It's just fucking massive. You're like, bloody hell. Yeah. Look at this in here.
Yeah. It goes up like 3 floors. So it is actually a house within the mill.
It's the rest of the mill. Just the rest of the mill.
What if they opened it and it was the front garden of a house, right? Yeah. And it's like the path.
There's like a fountain and all sorts of the man going, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. It's Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
That's 9 points.
Yeah, that is funny.
No, I think, and then they're like,
well,
we've been struggling.
Yeah.
And
they think there's loads of tenants in the mill, but it's just all his mega house built in the mill.
That's so
it's an ecosystem. Yeah. There's like birds flying around. There's like a river that's going through. Otters and swans.
What if, from the tenant's point of view, when they look at the doors of the other apartments, they see them as doors. But from his point of view, they're actually windows that just like look out. Yeah. So they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I've never seen people come in and out of them.
It's got like clouds.
Yeah.
This is that advanced. It's just like, wow, look at this place. It's
Yeah, okay. And
Right. And then obviously, social media storm. We know who the Masked Singer is.
Yeah.
It is Luke String, who is also the guy who's like been acting like an Ed Sheeran type of person. Like,
claiming he's put like, there's pictures of him like at the Royal Coronation, but then like a picture of him on like a picture with the Queen. You know, wearing the same suit with the same sort of coat of arms. And it's always like.
So what is the thing now? So does he sort of go, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of the UK, the world. Like, what is his thinking? So the last line, just say the last line for us, Ben, and we'll work towards it in the next few minutes.
They decided living amongst bears was the best choice.
I think, right, it's a bit of a family conversation. You know what I mean?
The parents.
Yeah, this reveal has come out, say, on like middle of the month. Yeah. And within 2 weeks, it's like when Beckham kicked out at Simeone.
Yeah.
There were people like burning effigies of him. I think it's as extreme as that. Like it's a huge shunning. Yeah. And he and his father meets him, and he's like,
son,
Larry, my son. Terrible news about the reveal.
Larry's short for Lander suit.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what
I did warn you shouldn't live with the paupers, but. You know, you wanted to experience life. I've got a suggestion, Sam. Obviously, things will eventually die down. But as you know, we have land in the Northern Territories of Canada. And there is a group of bears up there, which your uncle on your mum's side is actually studying. And they seem quite tranquil, peaceful. And I suggest perhaps, just until things do quieten down, you live amongst the bears.
Yeah, I like that. Plays guitar to him.
Or, do you know when people are, like, when on the way down, some celebrities, they'll do anything, won't they? Look at Nigel Farage, went to the jungle.
Right.
What if it's a new reality TV show?
Yeah, living amongst the bears. It's a Bear Grylls show.
Yeah, maybe it's on the way down, he's like, I can't get a gig anywhere. Everyone hates me. Yeah. I'm getting like cabbages thrown at me in the street. I'm throwing them. Rich guy!
Yeah, and it's hitting him, and then he carries on, and you pick up the same one you've thrown, throw it again, and again.
6 weeks I've been following him.
Like, I've taken a day off work for this.
But like,
even more poor.
Leaves are falling off the cabbage, so it's getting smaller and smaller as well. Like, so it's like the size of a sprout, and you're still going.
And eventually it's just a leaf.
Yeah.
It's a...
So I like that. We'll go yours if you want.
No, I like the idea of a TV show, and it's like living amongst the bears
was the best choice. Maybe his agent had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And was it SAS when all them celebrities do that?
Yeah.
They're always celebrities that are like...
Yeah.
I think you should just be the agent, just to give us a quick little... Larry, hi.
Larry, hi. Yeah, shame about the reveal. Already cancelled the contracts. That was a handshake, and although you are receiving royalties for the tracks, that has now been discontinued. So you're out of money, but... there is a little bit of traction with a new show called Living Amongst the Bears. Yes, it is what it sounds like. You, a group of bears, few cameras, see what happens. You just try and survive.
What a mad show.
Yeah.
You just try and survive. It's
Question for you, Larry. Do you like fresh air and salmon? Because you're going to be outside for 3 weeks, right? And the cash prize is, if you win, you get to eat one of the bears, right?
The cash prize is your life.
Yeah.
Remember, Gary, you just need to outrun a slower person. You don't need to be the fast outrun a bear. You need to outrun Caricatona.
The pilot episode... there were some issues. A few contestants didn't quite make it. But we're hopeful with the few changes they've made that it's going to work out. So
because the thing is, he's still always going to have money. So the money issue isn't a thing. It's just more that sort of...
He wants the fame, doesn't he, I think?
Yeah, he wants the fame and staying in that limelight.
And I think, Larry, if you do this, right, and you actually, keep your life, I think people will... The bounce back is going to be so positive for you.
Yeah.
So I reckon this time next year... Jules Holland, New Year's, you'll be there.
Yeah, because you look at even people like Matt Hancock when he was an Amber Celebrity, people were saying, once you get to know him, he's not that bad.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're blind.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I think ultimately, that's what happens. Does a TV show, living amongst the bears, and that can be the end of the story.
And the image is him sat with just a group of bears.
I think he's shoving money in a bear's mouth to stop it eating him.
I don't think we even see it. I just think it's that sort of the first shot of the TV program is bears, and then the camera sort of like next shot is of him, and then it's just like darkness, and then it's like, oh, we'll see what happens, but we don't actually talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
Cliffhanger.
Nice.
Does he survive? Does he get eaten by the bears? I think that was quite a good story to start us off.
Yeah. I enjoyed the ebb and flow of Luke String's terrible life.
Man.
Quite. Do you want me to tell you what? I thought it was very good storytelling. The part where he revealed himself as, and he sort of did his own support act. I thought that was quite good. That
was your suggestion.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was quite impressed with myself when I said it. I was like, that's
we were
clever.
impressed as well.
Yeah.
I think in my mind originally when we started, I wanted it to go down the route of it being like he's kind of pawned around on the royal scene and like starts to learn lots of things about him.
You're obsessed with that at the start, weren't you?
Getting
on the roll.
Yeah,
because he knows loads of them.
Yeah.
He could tell anecdotes about it.
Exactly.
I saw this one guy.
But I think that'd be mental.
Isn't it mad that our character was called Larry, which sounds an awful lot like Harry, and it was about a really rich guy?
Yeah.
Is that just coincidence? Or
Who's
one of
trying
my
to
New Year's
become like
resolutions?
a working class famous person?
He's getting back into playing guitar. So
yeah,
one string at a time, baby.
Do you remember that? You remember the famous post?
Yeah.
Getting back into this, playing guitar.
That was horrible. I remember you. That was the most sorry I've ever felt for you. When Lewis was taking the pic, even I was like, that's too much, that Lewis.
Yeah. Well, after we turn these cameras off, we'll have words. All of us. All right.
Anyway, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody. I think that was a nice way to start it off. I feel like I've got my back to everyone now.
Yeah, you have, but it's fine. It's so personal.
You're on the side, I can see you. Yeah.
It's a power move.
I know, yeah. But yeah, Happy New Year. We do hope you have your New Year's resolutions out and you're actually going to stick to them because come the end of April, you're going to be looking at 3 Adonises here. Right?
Yeah. All listening to them.
Yeah.
Our voices might sound stronger.
But please keep supporting us. If you're enjoying it, tell someone. It does make a massive difference. Leave us to the reviews. We've had 5 stars across the board with everything and we want to keep it that way. But thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to the AllMadeUp podcast. This has been AllMadeUp with Ben, Lewis and Harry.
This has been AllMadeUp with Lewis, Harry and Ben.
Oh, stop it.
Enjoy.
It's